I get asked a lot what to do when we encounter resistance, meaning as in, like we know, like I need to do something or you want to do something, but you're about to do something that, or you can't get yourself to do it, or you know you shouldn't do something, but you're doing it. Like, let's say, for instance, you know that you're not supposed to eat that donut, but like for some reason you find yourself eating it, or any number of those things. Like you know you're supposed to go to bed early and keep to your routine, but for some reason you're having trouble. And so it's commonly known that the issue is emotional in nature, and but that knowledge really helps us. Like we know that it's supposed to be emotional, but then we end up doing it anyways. And some things come up, such as like asking yourself good questions, such as like, does your body want this? And if not, oftentimes that will actually help you. Oh, I can tell my body really doesn't want it. But there are times where even though you know your body doesn't want it, you do it anyways. And so this uh, message is for those people who've actually tried that, where they ask this question like, does my body want it? And what do I really want? And they have asked these kind of questions. And if you haven't, like, I would suggest that you start there. Like, does your body want it? And what does it really want? And what do you really want? It's like a 3-step question. And the reason is because, like, first you need to determine whether your body wants something or not. And then when you can tell, oh, it doesn't want it, then you do need to know what it does want, because you need to know what the body's target is. And then after that, you get to ask yourself a more wholesome question: what do I want? Because the question of what I want is you as a whole person, which includes your emotions, your intellect, and your spirit. And so it's like a 3-step question. Like, does your body want it? No? Okay, then what does your body want? Oh, okay. And well, what do I want? And so that's kind of like a good question to ask. Having said that, when you have done that, sometimes you still want whatever it is you want, and you encounter the resistance. And when that happens, it's good to ask yourself, why is it that you want to punish yourself? And that's not a conscious question. You're really asking yourself, you're unconscious. And the reason this question is effective is because it's a little bit counterintuitive, because we feel like we're doing this because we emotionally want something else, and it's true. Like, oh, like I haven't been nice to myself, so I want sweet things. And that's definitely true. But sometimes even knowing that doesn't help you go away from it. And then people say, well, you know what, I do deserve sweet things, and you may end up eating it even though you really don't want to, and later on you have regret. That's interesting. If it was really good for you, I found that you don't have regret later. But if you do have regret later, it's because there was an element of self-sabotage or punishment. And so by asking yourself, why do you want to punish yourself, it actually really helps. It doesn't assume that you're a punishing person. It just actually allows you to understand why you want to. And the reason this actually oftentimes happens is because of what happened when we were younger. For instance, you weren't getting attention from your parent, and when you did self-harming behavior, where you're doing something you were not supposed to, it brought you oftentimes attention from your parents, or at least it gave you a chance to get the attention from your parents. Maybe it wasn't the attention you wanted, but at least it got you the attention, and it was something. And what that really means in summary is that because you wanted something, you harmed yourself, meaning you punished yourself, and by doing so, you're hoping that you could get what you want. And so, in that case, that's why it's a self-punishing behavior. And what that does is, at the very least, if you punish yourself, sometimes you feel like at least you're punishing your parent, meaning you're getting something in return. And so it's very helpful to ask yourself the question, why do I want to harm myself? Or why do I want to punish myself? And who am I trying to punish? So those are the 3 questions. Why do I want to harm myself? Or why do I want to punish myself? And who do I want to punish? And by asking yourself these questions, you might see it, and when you see what's really at play, it gives you some better options. And hopefully you'll find that helpful. Thank you.